everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. I see that there are plenty of you already in chat. Hello to Slot Carman, Pig Zero, Liam Monkman, and Otto Maxi X. Hello. Liam, to answer your question, I am going to be using a mix of both just standard acrylic paints from a variety of different companies, as well as contrast paints from Citadel. That is exactly what we're going to be using today. Hello, Michael. Welcome to the stream. My skirt is all underneath the wheels of my chair, so I cannot scoot in. Okay, I've got all my ads up for the stream. We're good to go. As you can see, I have the last two of our ghost crew, haha, that rhymed, primed up. And we need to start the same process we did on the other four, which is non-oil wash them. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh crap, I forgot my blow dryer. Well, I'll have to have Chaos Cultist run and grab that for me here in a moment, because it'll speed up this process, but I think we will be good. Do let me know. I think music is a little loud for me, but I think it's probably fine for you guys. Alright, good. Now let's go ahead and get started. How is everybody doing today? Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. I hope it's a good one for you. That you had a lovely, relaxing weekend. And that you've got some hobby projects going. That sounds fun. Or you've got some games that you're playing right now, because that's also good. Also, we're getting some caffeine started early. It has been... I slept in, but then I also feel like I didn't sleep in. It's very strange. You know when you're that kind of tired? That's where I am today. Oh, Slutcar Man, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Did I not bring any of my brushes? No, I did. They're just over here. No, that's not actually the brush. Hold on, I need to go grab my brushes. I apparently forgot them. I thought I was super prepared today. I was like, I'm not gonna turn the camera on until I know I'm ready. And I just realized that I'm not actually ready. I broke my own rule because I don't have my brushes. So give me like 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Alright. Oh, you brought my hair dryer.
Hair dryer?
My hair dryer. I wanted to say brush, and that's not a brush.
What?
Why are you sitting so far away?
For no reason.
Okay. Thank you. I have the source of wind. Like the avatar of air. I can produce wind now. Excellent. I'm clearly on something this morning. I don't even know what's happening. Go for it, painting. Dim, hello, you guys. How are you doing today? You spent last Friday night overnight in the hospital, Michael? I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing better now and that you're no longer in the hospital. Bob, I'm sorry that it's been sucky for you, but I'm glad that you're feeling better now. All right, well, let's continue to try to improve the mood, and let's get some paint on these miniatures. Oh God, okay, I'm flinging paint everywhere already. Brushes, please get out of my way. It's gonna be one of those streams. It's gonna be a messy stream, I feel like. All right. We're on camera. He's not in focus. Kanan, please get the hell out of the way. You're taking all the spotlight away from Ezra. Which actually can't happen anymore because of reasons. Actually, you know what? It's been long enough. Kanan's dead and I'm sad about it. Alright, the only thing I don't really want to get the wash on is actually their sabers. I mean, I could get it on there if I wanted to, really. Like, it's not going to be that big of a deal if I get a little bit of paint on there, but I do want it to be pretty pale. So we're going to try to avoid it if we can. Good afternoonish, Charlie! It's almost afternoon for me. So that works. There we go. Coating all of Ezra's limbs. Make sure we get his hair and his face. His butt. I can't wait. I wonder, okay, so Ahsoka, the next episode of Ahsoka's on tonight. It's episode 6, right? The season's 8 episodes long. Am I wrong about that? I feel like that's what I've heard or read or seen or whatever online. And I'm curious, like, are we gonna even see Ezra or Thrawn in the first season, or are we not seeing them until season 2? Because I could almost believe they're gonna do that. Maybe they're gonna show them to us in the very last episode of the season. That's probably what's gonna happen, isn't it? Oh, that'll be so annoying. Mostly just because I want to hear Thrawn talk. All right, let's get a little bit more on his hair there, because I think I missed that spot because we were trying to avoid the lightsaber. All right, so that's feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead and let him air dry a little bit, and we'll do the blow dryer here in a second. I don't think we're gonna see Kanan. Also, Kanan's already technically still around. Like, he is in the Doom Wolf. Like, that's what happened. Is like or at least that's the impression I took from it. Is that when he died, he became one with the Doom Wolf. So I think he's already hanging out and stuff. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Ezra's been communicating with them, like, even in the other galaxy. But, oh God, I loved that Anakin was back in episode 5. It was so good. Oh, so good. Oh, my goodness, Michael. Well, I'm glad you are feeling better and that hopefully your levels are back up now. Alright, let's get Kanan all oiled up. A little bit of Nolan oil. We are going to do something a little bit, for Kanan, we're going to go the same route that we did with Hera, where we're going to use the Khaki Krieg as a spot dry brush in certain places, because he also has a very green outfit. Kind of like also what we did actually on Zeb too. We did that on both Hera and Zeb. And then Ezra, I'm going to try to do a spot dry brush around his face to get some fleshy tones already there to complement with my washes. I did this a little bit on, oh my God, how long ago was it? It was an ogre I painted like in 2021, maybe? In like maybe 2021. And I really like the technique. His flesh tone ended up turning out really nice. And so I'm hoping I can maybe duplicate that on Ezra, because he's got a little bit of a darker flesh tone. And I think that's who we're going to start with today. I don't know if we'll get both of our boys finished on this particular occasion, but we'll at least get them both started today. I have some other things I need to take care of later, so we'll see what we can do. Need a little bit more no oil. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be 8 episodes as well. That's what I remember reading. Or hearing or something. I don't remember who talked about it. It might have been on a YouTube video. It might have been just something I read in an article. Who knows? Probably both, honestly. It was probably both. Oh! Sorry, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that, I didn't realize it had gotten so out of focus. I love the Clone Wars cartoon. There are some like hit or miss episodes, don't get me wrong, but it's a pretty long season. Like it's a pretty long show, so that's gonna happen every now and then. So I'm not gonna really hold too much against it. But, oh my god, I love what they did. I love all of the clones. Love Ahsoka. She was annoying in the beginning. I will give you Season 1 Ahsoka is not the best Ahsoka, but you know what? People grow and change. So I'll accept it. Alright, we have that done. Let me plug in my blow dryer real quick. Make sure not to bang my head. Whoop! Alright. And make sure we're on cool and low. Close our milling oil so we don't accidentally mess something up. And let's get these guys dried. Ooh! That sounds really fun, Michael. I've not worked on much, HAL models in the past. I've done, like, one, I think? Here, I'm actually gonna, while we're blow drying stuff real quick, because I'm not gonna really keep it on camera for that, we'll just switch over to the full. Well, we chat and I, blow dry some of these guys. Yeah, I like both the Clone Wars and the Rebels cartoons. Which is why I think, personally, I am, like, the perfect person to enjoy Ahsoka. So I know some people haven't really been liking it. Which I'm just, like, I don't understand, but okay. But I am definitely, like, the perfect person for this. I wanna... It's got a little bit of pooling on his chest here, and I'm just gonna see if I can move that paint around a little. There we go. I think we'll definitely do a second pass. Ezra's almost done. He's just got a couple of wet spots left, but not too bad. I think actually we can probably move on to painting. I'm gonna be so sad when I paint him. Oh, you know, Otto, that's a good call. We haven't seen, like, we haven't been with Sabine and Patsy and all of them, so you're right, they may end up jumping us to that. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I want to see Thrawn. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to see Ezra and Thrawn, and I think it'd be really cool, so I hope we do. I hope we get to go to the other galaxy today. I am very much looking forward to watching it. The only episode so far that I've really not enjoyed was episode 3. All the other episodes I've walked away going, yeah, that was great, I enjoyed myself. Or like going, oh my god, Anakin! Anakin! Because that was pretty much me after I actually cried a little bit, it was so good. Just seeing him finish her training and just seeing them flash back to the Clone Wars. So good. And I actually really like the way they handled it. That's the whole point. He's meant to look like he got caught in an oil gusher right now. That's why we're null oiling them. Okay, I do think Ezra's looking pretty good, actually. I think his darkness is... Do I want to do a little bit more? I want to do a little bit more spot watching that will just, like, dry very quickly. So here, I'll switch it back over. Here we go. So mainly I want to hit his hair a little bit more so that we can really push some depth there, because it's going to be black hair, so I do actually want to get some nice highlights on there before I put it in black so that we get some of this nice texture showing up. So we'll do that. And then I think I want to do his chest a bit more, because I feel like... Ezra, please. I feel like it didn't get in... pop the details on his outfit as much as I wanted. There we go. He's got some really nice, like, subtle shadows. I admit, I'm pretty impressed with Fantasy Flight's sculpts on these particular models. I think their Imperial Assault ones are pretty nice. Alright, let's go ahead and dry this while... while it's not moving around as much. You think so? You think we're going to see Thrawn and Ezra tonight? I really hope so. I have had other priorities, unfortunately, Michael, which is why I haven't picked them up yet. Because I want them. I want the Night Witches. I mean, I want most of the sculpts that they've produced for Shatterpoint. But my wallet does fry sometimes. And this ain't my only hobby. So I do have to sometimes reprioritize certain things. Alright, I think... do I want to do anything more on Kanan? Is his outfit... his outfit's pretty light, right? Well, we're not going to paint him today. Can we do more on him? You know what? I'm going to give him a light second over. Like, I feel like we need to do a little bit more. We pushed Ezra's depth, like his shadows, a lot, so I feel like we should probably do the same thing on Kanan a little bit. Really make sure we got everything. Okay, that's looking better. I'm gonna try doing the designs on Kanan's helmet in the same way that I did the designs on Hera's Ligu. Okay, that looks good. Let's get him dried. Okay. And then we can get the dry brushing. Oh, that would be so cool. I would love a flashback as well. I like that idea. So, this is my theory for what happened when they may have arrived in the new galaxy. Okay, so my theory is that I do think in the beginning, Ezra and Thrawn were probably forced to cooperate with each other to survive. I think you're completely right with that, Otto. I think and I would love to see them confirm this and give us a flashback to when they first arrived. But even if they don't, like in my head, what happened, and we'll see what they do with it, is that they arrived, they had to work together in order to survive. And then ultimately what ended up happening is Thrawn, being the diplomatic, smooth talker that he is, was able to get in with whatever government of whatever society that they found over in that other galaxy, and ultimately is basically just furthering his own ideals and plans of conquering and everything like that, right? Of furthering the Empire's goals, or even his like own people's goals, because I do think the whole reason Thrawn was even at the Empire in the first place originally, right? Because I've not read the books. Was just to spy on the Empire, see if they were a threat to the Chist Empire. Or the Chiss Empire, sorry. And then, like, so I assume that he's gonna still be trying to work to further that. Maybe invited Ezra to, like, join him so that they could use their powers together. But Ezra ultimately, like, denied it, and I think he started his own rebel forces in the galaxy. Because I think, like, because Ezra was so nature-oriented when it came to force magic, I do wonder if that is going... Like, I'm wondering if in this galaxy, maybe we'll find other people who are also like that, because it's not like in Star Wars they haven't touched on other force users outside of Jedi force users, right? Like, and outside of Sith users as well. Like, we know Sith and Jedi, but we also know that there's a lot of grays and, like, more neutrals and, like, nature-oriented ones. I know, like, the EU has really had a lot of that, so I really hope that's kind of where they're going. Like, that's my hope. I have no idea if that is going to be the case, but that's my headcanon for it. Okay. We've gabbed. I've dried things. I can put that down, and we can now start dry brushing. All right, let's begin by closing this pot of Nuln Oil and not leaving it open. The next thing that I'm going to do is pull out my Khaki Krieg, and we're going to apply this to Kanan first. He's absolutely flirted with the dark side, but I think the death of Kanan really... I think that solidified him from not going that way, which is why I think he's going to lean towards the more neutral, like, earth magic. And I also could believe that because if Kanan is, in fact, bonded with the Doom Wolf, and the Doom Wolf is, like, the Wolves of Lothal, showed him, like, say, the path to, oh my god, I'm completely blanking on the name of the world. The World Beyond or whatever, where Ahsoka was with Anakin earlier. I'm wondering if he can, like, talk with Ezra in that other galaxy and everything, just because the nature of the Force and such. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity. Alright, Kanan has a green undertone for his outfit, so let's go ahead and get started on his dry brush. Go some focus first, there we go. Basically, his entire outfit's gonna be hit with this. I just want to kind of avoid his face and hair, mostly. bit more paint. The World Between Worlds. Thank you. I just, like, for some reason could not remember that to save me. Even though they mention it all the time. Like, in all the essays and, like, in the show, I mentioned all the time. Just, I have a terrible memory. I'm not surprised that they're going to eventually go to the original trilogy. I'm glad that they started with Clone Wars, though. I am very fond of all of the characters from the Clone Wars, so it was really cool to see that. That focus, at least. There we go. Oops, sorry. Getting a little too heavy. Hold on. Also, I need to double check. I know Ezra's lightsaber is green in the end. Is Kanan's blue or green? It looks like he might have a green one. Or, sorry, a blue one. Kanan. Jairus. No, we don't want to look up his death. That's sad. Okay, yeah, he's got blue. Alright. Let me switch over to my smaller dry brush. Oh yeah, no, the Bad Batch coming to Shatterpoint is awesome. I can't wait for the next season of Bad Batch. Do we know when that's coming out, actually? I don't remember the last time I checked on it. Okay, I think Kanan's base coat color is done, and we're going to come back over with some white to get his lightsaber and head, of course. And then we're going to do a little bit of white over top all the green that we've done too. But I think that works really well. Now, for Ezra, what I'm thinking of doing... His outfit is a bit more orange. Actually, it's a very orange. So I'm actually thinking we're going to go with a flesh tone color from the Master Series paint line. It's one of their Pathfinder colors called Taldan Pink. And I think I'm going to dry brush them entirely in this first, and then we'll do the white on both of them. I mean, they're both very different stories. They're also still very kind of similar stories, but I wouldn't say one is greater than the other in particular. I mean, Lord of the Rings has its merits. Star Wars certainly has its merits. There's been some bad movies for both. There's been some good movies for both. So I think it's really just personal preference. Do you prefer your fantasy to take place in space? Or do you prefer your fantasy to take place on a single planet in a fantastical land? That's really the bigger question, I would say, when it comes to, like, should you read/watch Lord of the Rings or read/watch Star Wars? It's, well, do you like space or do you like fantasy, like lands with castles and horses? And elves and orcs. Because if you want elves, orcs, and that kind of thing, then you want Lord of the Rings. If you want aliens and space lasers, then you probably want to go with Star Wars. Just saying. Okay, I've got my flesh tone out. Let's get it onto my brush. Oh, yeah. It really does not want to focus on Ezra much.
Hello.
Hello!
I am here to work on your focus. So what I'm going to do
Yeah.
is hold him there.
Okay.
I'm going to set the focus.
Okay.
And now I'm going to turn off the autofocus.
Okay, excellent.
So now if your hand gets in the way...
It won't focus on my hand.
It won't focus on your hand.
Excellent.
Now, yeah, and it's at a point where, you know... Yeah, if you have the handle touching the table, he'll be in focus now.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Thank you.
That way you can not worry about that quite as much.
Thank you. Yeah, because I do go in and check it every now and then and be like, oh, I'm out of focus again. Lovely. Alright, let's continue to build this peachy color tone up. There we go. This is looking really nice.
Here, we're in a better position.
Hmm?
Just where's most comfortable for you to paint?
Like this, I think.
Okay. How's that look?
That looks great to me.
Actually, here's something. How's that look?
That looks pretty good, yeah.
Okay, there. I set it to focus on the base of the handle, so that way if you move it a little bit,
Okay, got it.
stay in focus.
Cool, yeah, no, that looks good, actually.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you so much. All right, let me set him down. We need to get our other brush, or littler one, prepped. And then we'll get onto the white paint. Oh, that looks better on the arm. Let's see if I can get this, like, top of the arm. It's kind of a weird angle because of the way his lightsaber is, but thankfully the plastic on the lightsaber is very flexible, so I can kind of move it as I need to. Alright, we got a little bit of paint into his eye, so I'm going to use a bit of Nuln Oil real quick to spot wash that back in to get some more depth in there. Okay, good. I think we can move on to the white now. Which thankfully I have sitting right here. Why do you specifically dislike the Star Wars fan base as a convention vendor of overpriced plastic? Are they just, like, the most that are like, what if I try to talk you down and out of this price that you've set your stuff to? Is that the reason? Or is there a different reason? Are they just super annoying? Because I can imagine that. Alright, well, we still have a little bit of this peachy color in our brush. We're gonna just continue working on Ezra here. Get all of the excess off on my hand. Good lord, there was a lot. Feeling pretty great about how this is turning out. All right, and then let's get the lightsaber a little bit, shall we? I want this to be heavier, so I don't mind if it's kind of a lot. Hell, I might even just go paint it white. But I kind of like the texture of the dry brush on it. Gives it a little bit of that glowy vibe already. Okay, I am thinking that looks pretty nice. His pants are a little bit on... Yeah.
Did you tell them about the bees?
No, I have not told them about the bees. Do you guys want to know about the bees?
We're very close to the bees.
We are very close to the bees. So it turns out, I'm going to switch over to my full screen. So, we discovered yesterday, because of our neighbors, that we have bees outside of the window over here. So outside of that window where Chaos Cultist is standing, there are bees. There's just like a whole hive of bees. And it's really funny actually because I had the scene
okay, hold on. I for context, and I don't think I'm going to dox us.
You want to show it to that camera?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just making sure nobody's address gets shown, and it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, this is where she's sitting. We pivot to this window. We look out the window, and up in that corner there, that's bees. Those are bees. That's a beehive. Like honeybees. So, at some point, somebody's gonna hopefully come and clear that.
Hopefully.
They gotta move it.
Yeah. Especially considering I think part of it has already dropped off of the hive, because I think it gets heavy with the honey and stuff. So, there was one point shortly after my birthday in August where I went outside. I was going to like the grocery store or something. No, I came back. I came back from the grocery store and I just saw this pile of insects in front of one of my neighbor's garage. It was the one next to my garage. So, and then there was my neighbor's, and there was just a pile of insects in front of the garage, and it was bees. And so I think the hive has already dropped a little bit once. So yeah, I hope they can do something about it. I hope they can come and like safely remove them, because like you can't, where this window is, it only opens from the right-hand side, and the bees are on the left-hand side. So it would be unsafe for somebody to try to, like, get the hive from the window. So, and we're on, like, the 4th floor, so it's pretty high up. They would need, like, a cherry picker in order to get to the window on the outside in order to get it. The only other thing I can think of is, like, maybe they'll come in from the roof and, like, lower someone onto the side of the building and get them that way. But it's, like... I don't even know. Yeah, they're all honeybees. Hello, Havman. Welcome. No, you can only stick around for a little while, but it's lovely to have you stop in. Hope you get to watch it again later. Ah, that makes sense, Richard. I completely understand why that might be a problem. They're the Karens of conventions. I can believe that. I can absolutely believe that. I don't think he means to say that all Star Wars fans are like that, but I've met some Star Wars fans like that, so I can completely understand how that could be problematic. Especially as a vendor, when they're not really, you know, taking into consideration that, hey, somebody's just trying to do their job. Alright, I want to put a little bit more of that peachy color back on Ezra's face. I covered it a little bit more with my brush than I meant to. So let me just do that really quick. And then we'll get back over to Kanan. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that looks good. Let me get back over to also my normal screen. There we go. There we go. All right. Now for Kanan. He gets the white. That's what they need to do. They need to find the queen. The problem is that because it's so high up, I think they're having trouble locating her. Because they can't actually get to the hive safely. So hopefully, I'm just hoping they can get someone to come in and get to the hive in a safe manner. Alright, let's start getting some of the white paint on Kanan as well. There we go. The lightsaber was like, nope, I don't want any white paint on me. Get off. There we go. Now it's looking better. Curse you round things and all of your edges. Okay, I think that is a pretty good foundation for us on both Kanan and Ezra. Do I want to work on Kanan first, or do I want to work on Ezra first? I feel like I should work on Ezra first. Alright, let's do it. Mostly because I have Ezra's reference up already. He's got a lot of oranges and browns. I'm gonna start on his pants, I think. And work our way up. So his pants are pretty much entirely multitudes of brown color tones. I'm gonna use, I think, Nazreg. I want to use Nazreg yellow on... Nah, they're not quite that color tone. You know, we might just go with... I might just go with Skeleton Horde. I think that might be the best choice, actually. You think Star Wars is a kid's movie? You know what? That's fair, I suppose. I mean, they're definitely child-friendly, but, JP Gibbons, please explain to me what you mean by you were one of the original Star Wars victims. Because I don't understand what you mean. Like, was there a controversy when the original trilogies were coming out that, like, people were abandoning their families to, like, watch and consume these films or something? Like, what do you mean? I'm very intrigued. Please tell me. Because, like, genuinely, I don't quite understand And keep in mind, I got into Star Wars well after, like, I got into Star Wars with the prequels more so than any other of the trilogies that came out. Like, that was my entry point really into Star Wars. I've watched the original, but I didn't see them until after I had seen at least, like, I think episode 1 or something like that. Like, so I was older when I saw them. I didn't see them when I was, like, real little. But, like, I'm very curious. I'm very curious. All right. Focus, Angela. We need to paint. Maybe. Okay, where's Skeleton Horde and where is Agrath Dune? I think we're gonna go with Agrath Dune. All right, let's get some paint on this lad. Oh yeah, this is the perfect color for his pants. I don't know why I was worried. Oh, okay. Do you work in the film industry or like games industry, or is it okay for me to ask like how exactly it changed your life? Because I would love like in regards to like your career, because that sounds like fascinating. Did you get to work on like are you a prop maker? Would that like that would be so cool. I mean really anything that you may have done for the original trilogy sounds like it could be really cool, but like I'd love to know more. I mean, that's just but Richard, you're just describing most stories. You realize that like you know what? It's fine. Your special effects. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's so cool. Well, I think it's really rad that you got to work. If you got to work on Star Wars, that's just so cool. What a wild career. Alright, are his boots? No, they're a different color. There's like, why is there no good pictures of Ezra's outfit? What am I doing wrong? What am I searching wrong? Yeah, but I don't want your stupid fucking win. Ah! Internet, give me a better picture. Also, I really do not need to see this. Thank you. Or that. Or that. Thank you. Alright, Ezra. What color? Or I guess they're darker brown. I'm trying to tell if they wrap all the way around, though. I think they do. Okay, I think that is good there. This color is not used anywhere else. It's just on his pants. So outside of this little spot that I missed there, I think we can move on to a new brown. Oh, that sounds like it could be something fun. Why not try to go into it now? What's stopping you from pursuing it now? There's plenty of people who started careers later in their life and still were super successful and went on to do great things. So, never give up. Plus, there's probably plenty of internet resources now that you could use to help get you into that field. You know what I mean? I have not watched Pariah Nexus yet. I have the Warhammer app. I could go watch it, but I keep forgetting to because I've been too distracted by live action One Piece and Ahsoka. Like, that's the main thing that and then I don't watch a lot of TV outside of that. And I guess wrestling. I've been watching, well, not as much wrestling as I used to. Okay. You know what? There is one other place I'm going to put this color. On this random patch of his outfit, because it's sort of a similar tanny color tone, and I don't know if I'm going to have anything better to put there, so... There we go. Okay. Oh my god, that's really cool. Oh man, imagine going to Comic-Con in the 70s, back when it didn't suck. I mean, I don't actually know, it may have sucked in the 70s, but that sounds really cool, actually. That sounds really, really freaking cool. You know, Ezra actually has way more colors on him than any other character in this show. Alright, I think we're going to do the dark browns next, and for that I'm actually going to use Gargak, or do I want to use Wildwood? I think I'll go with Wildwood to try to blend him into what I did for Hera a little bit. Alright, let's work on all these straps, because literally all of them are the same dark brown color. You know, Richard, if you don't like the cartoons and like toy stuff, why are you selling it for 30 years? Did you used to like it and you've just been burned out on it? Is that the big problem? Because, like, as somebody who studied comic books and, like, with the intention of going into, like, making my own manga and everything, like, I don't know. I'm a little like, what? Just seems like a strange career path. If you don't really enjoy it, you know what I mean? Especially considering the way the fans can be. I mean, you had to go into it knowing that you were going to deal with, like, people who were gonna be obsessed. Oh, this is turning out really nice. I imagine it was really weird. No, the 3 makes it more weird. Okay, did I get all the straps? Wait, where does that strap go to? Oh, it's there. Okay, I see. I think. What an odd... Okay, they have a strap that's sculpted onto him, but then I don't think they actually finished sculpting it on the other side. Whoops. Alright, so it goes there. And then... Yeah, I think it just kind of disappears. Or at least it just got lost a little bit. Maybe I overprimed or something. Okay, there we go. I think I've corrected it and made it look good. Alright, that's looking lovely. We have some dark brown on his wrists. Oh, I've not actually watched any of those, Michael. Peaky Blinders. I've heard really good things about it. Is House of Dragons, is that the most recent Game of Thrones series? Is that what it was? I heard decent things about that too. That's why I still do it. That's why I still spend a lot of hours painting miniatures, because I find it very, very peaceful. Well, yeah, because the internet, man. Everybody had access to be able to learn about everything. The number of fans you used to deal with was astronomically smaller and niche compared to what it is now, because everybody and their mother can know what Star Wars is because of the internet. I'm not surprised it got weird on you. I guess I just, like, being in the industry, I think I would have... I don't know. I guess I would have anticipated more strange people coming out. The bigger any fandom gets, the more crazy the fandom's gonna become. That's just inherent, because the more popular anything gets, the more insane the fandom's gonna become, because you're gonna get more and more people who are into it, and they're gonna have more and more things that they think about it, and ways that it makes them feel. Like, it's just interesting. It's just an interesting perspective that I don't think I have specifically seen before. I've met Mobius. That is so... Oh. Was this back when he was doing his Marvel stuff? When he was working on Silver Surfer and, like the Fantastic Four? Because isn't that one of the big ones that Mobius worked on? I'm like blanking specifically, but I thought that was it. Holy shit, that man was so talented. You got to sit next to Mobius and have him draw you pictures. Do you still have some? Holy shit, dude. Dude, I'm so jealous. Oh my god, I am so jealous. His work is stunning. I am so sad that the Dune project that he was supposed to work on never became anything. Okay, well that's just bad parenting and misogynistic. That's not necessarily because of the fandom. That's just because of dudes being assholes. Also, like, what a jerk. Who cares if she wants to be like Rey? I know Rey's not, like, the most amazing character out there, but I mean, like, she's still cool and a badass. She's still a Jedi. Like, come on. Oh my god, J.P. Gibson. Or Gibbons, sorry, I said your last name wrong. J.P. Gibbons. My goodness, sir. I hope that yeses that you still have them and that you, like... They're on your wall? Are they framed? Are they... Oh! Oh, I want to see them so badly. That sounds so cool, dude. That sounds... So jealous. I met him once in France, very spontaneously at the very last portion of his like autograph session, so we did not get to chat with him long, and he was exhausted. He was also like, this was shortly before he passed away, actually, if I remember correctly. Like, I think we met him like a year before, maybe even less than than I heard he had passed. He was still going. Like, he could still draw like a beast, even to the end. It was insane. Like, God, and his just... Mobius's mastery of line weight and just design and layout, like the composition, his ability to storytell with just through pictures, so good. And one of the things that I actually really like about him and a couple of other French BD artists as well, and this is actually something that I like a lot about a lot of mangaka actually as well. Really just, one of the reasons I love comic books, the reason I went into comic books when I was, in school, is because the way in which you can tell a story through comic books just fascinates me. And God, he is such a masterful storyteller with drawings, and it's beautiful. I have not been to the Disney parks. I think kids know who Luke Skywalker is. I think you're giving kids less credit than they should, than they deserve. Because I think they're a lot smarter than you give them credit for. Also, Rey didn't do that well. So I don't even know, I wouldn't even say that she's really that well beloved. Oh my god, that's so cool. Just, he's so... Alright, I was not done with Wildwood. I don't know why I stopped using it, actually. I just got distracted by talking about Mobius, because he's so cool. Oh my gosh, what a cool... I'm so jealous. Did he ever teach you, like, how to draw anything, or was that not something that you guys necessarily went over? Oh my god, I know you probably didn't spend that much time with him, but I would have asked so many questions. I would have been such an annoying little shit. Alright, there we go. That is looking good. Get a little bit more to do the other boot. Is that what made Luke beloved? I didn't really think it was because he was a failed Padawan. Also, was he really... Was he ever really a Padawan? Like, actually? Like, I don't remember Obi-Wan actually referring to him as, I'll make you my Padawan, or anything like that. Like, I thought he was just the chosen one. I guess technically that's Anakin. Alright. Boots are done. Straps are done. We just need to do the glove. Or the one bracer that he's got. I liked the second one of the new films. Where they were trying to make it so that Rey didn't have to give a shit about who she was. And that her past didn't matter. Like, okay, to speak frankly about it, I have zero problems with Rey. With the exception of the fact that for some reason they wishy-washed her because they didn't decide to have three, like... Disney made a terrible error when they decided to have 3 movies meant to be a trilogy directed by 3 separate directors. because they did not have a cohesive story, and it completely ruined any potential that those 3 films had. I don't know why they did that. Like, I don't know if they'll ever talk about why they did that, but that is the reason that those movies failed. They did not have a cohesive story. Like, for as many flaws as and complaints as people may have about the prequels, and as much as like the original trilogy will be discussed and praised and even criticized, at least those stories, the reason that those 2 work more, why people have accepted the prequels and obviously love the original so much, is because they had fucking cohesion. Like, I just don't understand what went through their heads to decide that, we're just gonna have like 3 different people do this, and we're not really gonna have an oversight on what the plot's gonna be prior to these movies going out. If they had continued with the direction that the second film took, where it was like, hey, Rey, girl, we hear you. We hear that you're kind of upset because you don't know who you are, but you know what? This wizened Jedi is telling you it don't matter. Accept that. And if they just moved on with that and just continued it from there, I would have been so happy. You realize that if Luke hadn't shown up and affected Darth Vader, that he would have never killed the Emperor, right? What do you mean Luke didn't accomplish anything? And the books aren't canon, so they don't count. So if you are saying that Luke didn't accomplish anything in the movies and the books are non-canonical, then Luke did nothing in your opinion. And then the original trilogy is completely worthless. At least that's the way I'm reading it. Like, that's very silly. You gotta push Rey for SummerSlam. No! No! Don't treat her like Rhonda. Ugh. I'm curious what's gonna end up actually happening with Rey when they come back to her story or anything. Yeah, it's really, like, the biggest problem was that they just didn't have a cohesive story. And why they didn't have a cohesive story, I will never understand. Even if they were to come out and tell us, I would be like, that makes no sense, though. Why did you think that would work? Of Xena, Warrior Princess? Absolutely. I used to watch her and, was it Battle Master? Is that the name of it? That came on, well, I don't even remember what channel it was anymore. But there was, like, I think it might have been the Sci-Fi Channel, actually. It was one of those channels where, like, they just had a bunch of beautiful fantasy/sci-fi made-for-television shows, and Xena was one of them. I loved it. I did also really love Beastmaster. I, too, wanted to speak with beasts. Oh my goodness. Yes! I love Beastmaster! I love Beastmaster! Richard, I agree with you. I think Luke was an accomplished character as well. And I think his arc resonated. Is his glove also? No, it's like a green color tone. Okay, I think that is everything that needs to be brown. Because his hair is black. Alright, let's go ahead. I wanna take care of his flesh next. So I think what I'm gonna do for his flesh tone is Gorgonta fur, maybe. No, that's way too orange. Dark Oath? Let's try Dark Oath. I think it's gonna be too red, actually. I'm gonna, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna layer on Skeleton Horde. He's got a little bit of a tan, like because I think he's meant to be. I don't actually know what Ezra is meant to be, but he's got a little bit of a tan color tone. So I think if we layer this on, it might work well. Let's give it a try, okay? Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted. He looks so adult in this sculpt. I know this is like season 3 or 4 Ezra, but okay. And then he's got fingerless gloves, because of course he does. Are they both fingerless? Yes. There we go. Let's get his thumb. Okay. That looks good. Did I get... Yeah, I think I got all the fingers over here. All right. All right, I am pretty satisfied with that. I'm gonna do a little bit. Yeah, looking good. So let's move on to his outfit. Okay, let's start with our oranges. We're gonna go back to Grip Hound, I think, for this. They have a new Beastmaster series? What? There's a new Beastmaster series? Alright, let's get some controlled orange in here. Alright. That's looking good. Let's go to the back. Okay, good. It's just straight orange. Ezra's definitely been the most complicated of the miniatures that I painted so far. Guess that makes sense. He is the main character. I guess Sabine was pretty complicated too. She had quite a bit going on in her outfit. Even without the hand-drawn stuff that I did for her, her armor. Okay. Oh, thank goodness his sleeves are orange too. I was like, please don't be another separate color entirely. Happy Tuesday, Ronald. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. You know what I'm really surprised by? I just realized it's afternoon and my cats have not come in to bother me for food. I should check on them soon. Make sure they aren't starving. Oh, perhaps they've eaten Chaos Cultist. That would be bad. I would be upset. There we go. That's awesome! What are you going, or which version of BattleTech are you playing? Are you doing Alpha Strike? Are you doing Classic? Tell me all about your game. Yeah, no, he really is starting to pop. I completely agree. I love the way that these models are turning out. Oh, nice! That's gonna be awesome! I haven't been back to, like, I've been to Gamescape, like, once or twice in SF, but it's been a while. I haven't been to their store in ages. But I don't really live super close to SF anymore, so it's harder for me to get out there. I hope they're doing well. I know the city's been kind of in a rough spot, so I hope their business hasn't been too down or anything like that, if at all. Alright, that's looking good. I think I've got all the edges there. I like the orange too. It's turning out really, really nice. I think it's going to pop even more once we've put some of the yellow on, because he's got a little bit of yellow on the outfit too, and I think that's going to really start to make him like pop. Because like right now, I really like what I've got going on, but his outfit's actually very, it's all very warm color toned, and they kind of blend together. It's a lot of browns, yellows, and oranges. And they're not distinctly different, which is why I specifically wanted to go with like a really bright orange. Okay, for the yellow, I think we're gonna go slightly different from what we've... Actually, do I want to just go... You know, screw it. We're gonna go with the same orange. Or the same yellow we've been using. Bad Moon's yellow. Oh, that's awesome! That's so good to hear. I'm really glad that things are going well for them. Oh, good. Because I hate hearing about, like, stores being, you know, in bad positions and everything. So, fantastic news. Okay, so the collar here is yellow. And then this little line. Accidentally took a little bit too much paint off. One moment. I need to fix that. Do I have just like a shitty... There we go. There we go. Fixed it. Nice. Okay. Loving... Oops, sorry. There we go. Loving the yellow pop. Now I just need to figure out how am I going to deal with the sort of tan color that's on him when I've already used Skeleton Horde on his face. Do I have Mortarian Grime? Where is my Mortarian Grime? Yes. Yes. I think this is going to work. Okay. Brilliant. No problem, Dim. Don't worry about having to take off. I hope your haircut goes smoothly. Also, I've never heard of that type of therapy before, but sounds rough. Good luck, man. Alright, I think this is going to be the perfect color tone for this. Let's hope. Gonna take, yeah, it's gonna work. It's just gonna need a couple layers. What color is... Oh, his gloves are green. Okay. Alright, let's work on his gloves while we let the Mortarian grind dry, because it's gonna take a while. They are sort of a olivey green color, so I'm hoping that this, Gut Ripper Flesh will work. No, I have not gotten Old Man Rex with an Imperial Assault expansion. So these are the only expansions that I've gotten for Imperial Assault are Tyrants of Lothal. So I have all the miniatures that came in that, and then I got the 6 Ghost crew members. I did not realize, because I didn't see it at the store at the time when I was picking it up, like when I was buying all these, I didn't realize there was also a Thrawn and a Callus model that you could also get, which I think I would be able to... I just realized I think that'd be the characters I'd be able to use, because I'm running Empire in our campaign. Dang it, I'll have to find those. I need to go find them. I won't have them painted up and ready for our first one, but at least it'd be cool to have. Who knows, maybe we won't use them then anyways. But yeah, I think, like, it'd be really fun to do that. That's very true, Richard. That Richard Crook, that Star Wars is a huge mix of different. I mean, all of them are a mix. Like, it's not just the first original trilogy. All of them have been a mix of those kinds of things, because they all. I mean, look at all the modern stuff that also pulls in the Western, and I mean, they all also share and take ideas from a lot of Kurosawa films as well. Yeah, Ezra's outfit's super earthy. I hadn't realized. There we go. Okay. That works. There's a little bit of green on these. Alright, so that is looking really, really nice. So the main thing we need to take care of now on Ezra is the Mortarian grime. It needs another coating. We're going to let it continue to dry before we do that. I'm going to pull out some Black Templar for his hair real quick. We're just going to pop that on there, get that done. I don't want Black Legion, I want Black Templar. Where is my Black Templar? Is it back on my shelf? Maybe? Black Templar, hello? No, that's Rattling Grime. You know what? Rattling Grime might work. No, I want Black Templar. Where's my Black Templar? Camo Creed, Darker Shade. That's Shyish Purple. There you are. Why were you over there? That's not where you belong. A little bit, yeah. Oh, James, I do not do commission work, but thank you for the compliment. I have tried to do commission work in the past, but I get too attached to my miniatures and then I don't want to give them back to people, so you've been like, you know what? Let's just solve that problem of not wanting to give them back by just not doing them. So I've avoided it since. Besides, I figure I have enough miniatures to paint for myself. I don't have time to paint them for others. Very macho man.
How fair thee.
Good. Ezra is coming along quite well. I'm almost finished with him.
I'm gonna move the camera over.
Oh, sorry. Was I off slightly? There you go.
Excellent.
It's because I shift around. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, Thrawn and Hondo will be here in like a week.
Oh, good. Wait, there's a Hondo one too? I didn't realize there was a Hondo one.
Yeah, the two other ones that came with this set are Thrawn and Hondo.
Oh, it's Hondo, not Callus. I thought
Correct.
it was Callus. Okay, sorry.
No,
my
it's
bad.
Hondo.
Got it. Wait, so is Thrawn is Hondo for the Empire, or is Hondo for Ezra?
I think he's a villain.
Oh, he's a villain?
I'm not sure though. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just ordered it because it said it was for this set.
Excellent. Good. I am very glad for that.
Good skin tone.
Oh, thank you. I actually was really happy with how I achieved it because I did, for my dry brush on him, I actually went with a flesh tone first. And then I did Skeleton Horde, actually, to get his the shading. And I think it worked really well.
Yeah, no, it's very Ezra.
Yeah, I was thinking it looked very Ezra myself. I am, very pleased with how he's turned out. He's very colorful. He's actually the more, like, he's almost as colorful if you...
Who's the main character?
Well, yes, but, like, I always thought Sabine was the more colorful one because she always draws on her armor and stuff. So, like, in theory, she is, but, like, if you remove that element of her, like, character design, he's way more colorful.
Yep.
It's all neutrals, but he's still got more colors on him than anybody else. Which I just had not realized. I also realized, looking back at my reference, that this little trim on his shoulders is also in green. So let's take care of that before we do another pass on the Mortarian grime, I think. Actually, we'll do gray next because I want this green that I'm just putting on the torso to dry first before we do the Mortarian grime, because if it overlaps it a little bit, that's fine. It's not a big deal. And then the last thing after that will actually just be his lightsaber. There we go. Okay. There's one section of yellow that I realized I missed. It's on the bottom of his jacket. It's like the little edge of it. It goes all the way around. I think that'll add to our aesthetic here. And also keep us on model. Lovely. Okay. Definitely need that other Mortarian grind, but let's do the Basilicanum first. Get his hilt of his lightsaber, as well as some of just like the embellishments on his outfit done in gray. And then we can move on to the last part. Thank you, Andy. I am really happy with how Ezra's turning out. Like, he is looking fantastic. He was actually the one I was kind of the most afraid to work on, so I'm glad he actually turned out as well as he did. Let's get the thing on his wrist gauntlet thingamadoodle. There we go. This little bit on his holster. Oh, I forgot the orange on his shoes. What is wrong with me? Alright, close those. All the way, please. There's the orange on his shoes. It's very important, everybody. We can't forget the orange on his shoes. There we go. Okay. Much better. Alright, let's get the Mortarian grind back on before we do his lightsaber in a beautiful, bright, luscious green that I haven't decided. Ooh, maybe a scorpion green. That might be what I end up doing. Now, close this. Close that. Alright, all the paints are closed. Mortarian grind. Okay. That's looking pretty good. I think think I'm happy with that. We'll let it dry and give one more pass, but let's move on to the green. So for this, I think I'm gonna go with Striking Scorpion, because it's super bright, and he's got a very glowy lightsaber. Huh, weird. I could put silver on the lightsaber. I think I'm just going to, I think we're just going to paint it white. Like, pure white. And then we're going to put some green over top of it. And then we're going to do some white again to add the glowy effect. So I think that's my plan for it, actually. Also, that's really weird that JP's... Oh, no, it's up there. No, Yikes isn't blocked. It's up here. Oh, yeah, no, Star Wars to me is definitely Star Wars is science fantasy. I would 100% agree. It's not sci-fi because they don't really go into the details and, like, try to scientifically justify how things work. They just kind of are like, things happen, moving on now, and then which is very much a fantasy approach to a universe building rather than a science fiction approach to universe building. I believe. And you can definitely disagree with me if you want to, but that's definitely how I feel about it. I don't need this color yet. I want the white. Okay, let's get... Ezra, your saber's a little bendy. Alright, let's get this thing just painted in white. Entirely bright, unfiltered white. Okay, it is very pure white now. I'm gonna pull out the blow dryer. We're gonna make sure it's super, 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 super not wet. It'll also help us dry them with carrying them, actually. Yeah, Andy, I do agree with you that I feel like a Night Sisters battalion for Legion is definitely not on the table anymore. Especially with Shatterpoint being out and they put Night Sisters in that. Although that would be so cool. Talk about a box set that I would absolutely buy in the same way that I immediately bought the Shadow Collective one. Something involving the Night Sisters. Oh yeah. That sounds amazing. Alright. Feeling pretty good about that. It's definitely dry. Go with the green. Our super green. Alright. Here we go. Oh yeah, I think this is definitely, I might have just got some yellow. Okay, I think this is definitely gonna work really well for what we want. I'm just gonna move my pot out of the way. I like it. I think it looks really good. Richard, tell your nurse that I got them from Razer. They are a Razer brand headphone. They actually can sync and change colors. I just have mine set to green right now because I have still not gone into my new computer and changed that. But it's something you can mess with. So the ears colors right here can change color. Yeah, I think that looks really, really nice. And I'm very happy with it. Which means that now the only person I need to paint of this set is dear sweet Kanan. And honestly, I think we're going to probably do that at another time. I'm a little tired. I am hungry also, I realized. That is why I was slowly getting slightly here. I'm going to switch over to full. I was noticing myself starting to get a little quiet because I was like, man, I'm getting weirdly grumpy. Why am I getting grumpy? Oh, right, I'm hungry. That's why. I'm getting hangry. So I think we are going to go ahead and call it there. We've been streaming for about 2 hours, which is exactly what I was hoping for. And we got beautiful little Ezra done. He's looking fantastic. You can't see him there. He looks fantastic. I don't know if we really needed to go in and do anything else. I actually am very satisfied with how the lightsaber looks. I guess I could do... Is it dry? Okay, let's try... I want to try one thing. We'll come back in here. There's one thing more that I want to try with you guys. Because we've got some paint still available. So let's get this, like, very watered down. Alright. You know what? I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. Let me see if I try doing it. Alright, let's... So we did it on that side, which means it needs to be on this side. Alright, now I want to come back in with my green again. And soften it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, try to build up a little bit of that glow effect. Okay, I kind of like that. I think that's working, so let me just... Okay, I think that works. Gives it a little bit of that glowy effect with a little bit of white in there. See if I can push it a little bit more. Dim, that is a little bit of a conundrum. I mean, I think it depends on which thing you want to pursue more. If you want to pursue the firefighter job first and foremost, then I would say go for that and, you know, do the fitness test dates on when they've scheduled it, because that's the priority. I mean, there's always the chance that you can talk to your other job and be like, hey, I have this other thing. They might be able to reschedule your training for you, but don't give up. Try talking to the various places and see what you can work out. I think that'd be my best advice. And I agree. I kind of agree with Andy, though. I feel like if fire department is where you want to work, if that's what you want to do, then go for it, and I would say prioritize that. Hello, Mercarion. Welcome to the stream. I will be watching episode 6 of Ahsoka later. I hope that we get to see Thrawn. That is my expectation. I expect we'll be jumping finally into the new world, but we'll find out. Okay, well that, I don't know if that, like, I mean, it's really, I think it's up to you, man, but prioritize whichever one you want to do more, I think is what I would suggest. Okay, I am very, I think, happy with how this lightsaber has turned out. I think Ezra looks great, and I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for today. We've had a nice 2-hour-long session. I'm feeling pretty good about things. I hope that you guys have been too. We will, let's see, what is the schedule for this week? So, I actually don't know if there's going to be any more streams specifically scheduled for this week on YouTube. I think we're actually having some streams on my Spicier page this week. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, make sure to check the link tree in the video description so you can find where you can go to see those streams. But in the meantime, I think we're going to go ahead and just, like I said, wrap it up here. I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you have an even wonderful and most lovely hobby night. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.